And now, Freelance Heroism presents Dragon Heist.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier. Rachel.
Yes.
Would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, Breakmeister, Rebecca, and Chris Sones. Thank you so much, everyone.
You help us make a better show for everyone, and we couldn't do it without you.
Mm-hmm.
We really appreciate it.
Yep.
Rachel!
Yes.
Rachel!
Yes.
Every time we're about to transition, I want to give you like a cut that you can put right there, right? So like I want to say your name, and then in the time between you respond, like, so if we have a false start on the intro, like on our discussion,
right,
that's a little place where you can cut.
Oh, okay.
See? Perfect.
Perfect.
You can cut right there. That's called the Rachel cut. It's like the Snyder cut, but it doesn't suck. You know?
Well, thank you.
Oh God! You know what? Whatever the intro we had talked about, like I had pitched to you. There's a part of me deep down in my heart that wants to talk about how shitty all the DC movies are, and just harp on those for like a really long time. There's just you can leave this in because I need there to be a record of it.
Okay.
There's a scene in Aquaman where they're about to fight in this arena, right? And if in the background there is literally an octopus playing a bunch of drums.
Why?
Because they're dumb and the decisions they make are bad. Rachel, is what I'm saying.
I like in pre-pandemic times, I was like pretty on top of watching all the Marvel movies. And then I kind of fell off. Like I didn't watch any of the Disney shows because I didn't want to get Disney Plus.
Right.
And then it was like, well, I don't want to go into a theater to see like these new ones. And then it was like, do I really want to like buy or rent a digital copy of a new one? And now I'm like behind, but I have never like, I don't think there's ever been a DC movie where I'm like, oh, I need to watch that.
No, of course not. Even the new Batman, which I hear is okay.
I've heard it. I haven't heard anything bad about it.
Just quit sucking. It's so easy. I don't understand why DC's having such a hard time here. I don't get it.
Something is so unappealing.
All of their decisions are bad. All of them. All of them. Which is so weird because their cartoons are incredible. All of Under the Red Hood, fucking Mask of the Phantasm. These are all great.
Yeah.
These are all great. They're, I mean, like, really, really good. And then they make a movie, and it's a piece of shit. And it's like, Jesus. Like, come on. World's finest? Whatever. Anyway, I'm just saying, look. Step it up, man. What are you doing? Just let someone else control something. Whoever's in charge, whoever's got that contract over at DC, you suck. Just quit. Don't make them fire you. Don't make the contract have to go through litigate. Just quit. You're fucking it up for everyone, man. All right. Sorry. Okay. So what what we could talk about was companies acting as people and pretend like taking on the personality of people.
This is a hard pivot.
Yeah. And then also gendered products, which I think is hysterical to me.
Yeah.
Right. Doo-doo wipes, Rachel. Here's a hard pivot. You want this is gonna be a weird one.
Okay.
Doo-doo wipes. You know, like you wipe your butt with paper, sure, right? But if you want to be a sophisticate, right, you use the wet wipes to clean. You know.
Right.
Your bunghole smooth, right? And clean, get a good surface sheen, right? Well, can you imagine a universe in which there was ubiquity like a standard across which all doo-doo wipes were measured. That's the world I want to live in.
Right.
But there's not. There are doo-doo wipes for men and doo-doo wipes for women. What? What? Doo-doo wipes for men. Aggressive doo-doo wipes. Their packaging is black and it has like explosions and shit on it. And it's like man wipes. And I'm like, what? Apparently, they'll sell better if you write man wipes. What the why? Right. Clean buttholes should be the standard for everyone.
That,
right?
I agree.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. I have like a mail subscription for razors.
Oh, okay. We were talking about. I thought you said you had a mail subscription. Like you just have them send you a guy.
MAIL
Right.
subscription for like razors, and then like I get the cartridges with the new like heads on them. But it's like a program that's marketed specifically to men.
Right.
Because like the other products they have are all like very like these are things for guys.
Beard oil.
Like beard oil. And like some other specific parts that
Dude, they have
I don't have.
They have got dudes fucking lined up like.
But it's like such a convenient like way to get like razor refills, and it's so much cheaper than if like I were to go to the store and get razors, like especially razors that are specifically marketed towards women, which obviously have to have like the pink packaging and stuff like that.
That's where all the money goes. Right?
But it's like it's so much cheaper, and like it's not marketed towards women, which does not make any sense. It's so nice and convenient and cheap.
I just gotta look up what's in beard oil real quick. I know this intro is all over the place, but it's dead hair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mythical beard oil. Solid.
Oh. Then you're a mythical man.
Okay. Beard oil. Jesus Christ. The fact that I'm reading this, I can see the words that I'm about to have to read, and I just feel like such a fucking douche. Beard oil products are a blend of various ingredients such as jojoba oil, argan oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, hemp seed oil, and eucalyptus oil that are used to address specific beard problems such as itching, sensitive skin, or dryness going straight to the follicle.
All that stuff is in regular lotion that I get. It's just not, or like my shampoo. Like that's not like a special thing that like grows on like the outside of a grenade and then it's harvested for men.
Only the finest sourced landmines are harvested for this.
Right. Well, they act like with a lot of the stuff. They act like the item or the ingredients are like somehow specifically only for men, when that's not the case. It's just that they're putting like they're just taking these ingredients and then the packaging, like, we'll just make it like a gunmetal gray and give it sort of like and give it sort of like an aggressive font.
It's just some bullet hole punches in the steel. Yeah.
And we can't actually describe like what the scents are. So instead of like the deodorant being like the name of the scent, it has to be like a concept, you know.
Gunpowder.
Well, even gunpowder is like a scent.
Ballistic taint wipes. Ballistic taint wipes. That's the one. It'll cleanse your grundle.
Ew.
Yeah, how fragile do you have to be constantly reassured by the packaging on your fucking products?
That you're like you're super manly and it's okay that you're putting jojoba oil in your beard.
I'm saying, like, just whatever, man. Look, I personally, I feel like I'm a little close to the grain here, right?
Oh.
Because those types of things, like jojoba oil that you want to put in your beard, I would never do that under any circumstances because it's a fucking beard. You know what I mean? It grows out of my fucking head. Like, I don't think about it except for when it's too long and I need to cut it off, right? I don't think about oiling my beard. It never fucking occurs to me to even think that. Like, look, if that's what you want to do, if you want to have an oily fucking beard, I guess do your thing. If you want it to be healthy, even though it can't be healthy, it's dead skin. It's dead. I need to repeat that. It's dead skin. It can't get healthy. It's dead. It's fucking dead.
So what we're saying is email your beard oil tips to Dees.
Fuck off. I hope you do. I hope you do. You want to get fucking savaged on the internet? Send me a fucking recipe for beard oil. I'll take a shit in your cereal. I will fuck your day up. Fucking pretentious assholes. Like, here's the thing. I think that the products are trying to sell people a thing that they're uncomfortable about with themselves.
Oh, for sure.
They don't feel masculine enough. And so you have to be told by your fucking paper towels that you're tough.
Right. So you have to project, like, the reason I feel like I'm not a manly man is because my beard isn't oily enough.
Look, gangsters don't got to be told they're gangsters. They just know it. They just know it. They don't got to be told. They got to be fucking coddled and primped and told by my deodorant that I'm inspiring. Like, women do the same thing. They just do it with different things, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I've noticed that women's speed stick thinks that their deodorant is part of the women's lib movement. But they're not. You're a fucking deodorant. Like, you see what I mean? Like, actually, if I see a fucking deodorant commercial, tell women to rise up one more time. Look, you're a fucking deodorant. Just make things smell good, right? Why don't you let actual fucking, like, advocates do the fucking, like, work? Because you're a deodorant. Do you see what I mean? Like, you're not conscious. You're not sentient. You make armpits not smell.
Yep.
Like, stay in your fucking lane. Like, it's like when Cheerios tried to do that family values shit. Dude,
I don't remember that.
You're just crunchy and you sit in milk. Just be delicious. That's your whole job. The products, they have to, I don't know. I think there's, like, people maybe feel in their life like the things that they want to be, they're not doing a good job of being, or they don't feel confident about it.
Right.
And so they need to be barraged by these products. But really, the product doesn't care about you.
No.
They just want an in for you to buy their shit.
Yeah.
When you're in the deodorant aisle and you see one of them where it's like Ruth Bader Ginsburg on a speed stick.
Oh, no.
You're like, yeah. And you feel good. When you get a taint wipe that has a bunch of bullet holes in the side of it and a fucking stick of dynamite, you're just like, yeah, I'm tough. Not really.
No.
Not really. But whatever you need to make you feel better, I suppose. You know? I think it's a remnant of that Citizens United shit, right? Like, fucking corporations are people. You know what I mean? That's why Wendy's such a fucking filthy bitch on the internet. You know what I mean? Fucking Wendy, who used to be just burgers, is now shit talking Cheetos on the internet. What's going on?
It's just marketing, so people can be like, "Oh, did you see this tweet that Wendy's did?"
I mean, yeah, it's funny, but
and then someone can be like, "Oh, that's funny," Now I want Wendy's.
I don't want Wendy's because she was mean to another company on the internet. Just like I don't give a fuck about Pringles like stance on anything. I don't care about fucking Pop-Tarts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just
Yeah.
the electric blue ones that they're like a purple Pop-Tart with like electric blue icing. You
Mhm.
taste the exact same as the ones that have sprinkles, and you taste the exact same as the other ones. All
Mhm.
the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Fruit Loops all taste the same. Did you know that? They just color them different because people are
Mhm.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Difference.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and go to this week's episode?
I want to talk about this for another hour. Can we do that? Just make this the episode?
I think we should have the actual episode. The episode.
Yeah. Buy your ballistic ass wipes here.
All right. This is Dragon Heist, episode 68. No Country for Gold Men.
Nice.
Solid pun.
Thank you. Thank you. Took me about 4.5 hours. You said they're golden domes.
Bronze domes.
Bronze. Okay.
Yeah.
They have holes in them or any type of pattern cut inside so you could look inside, or they
No,
just
they
totally
don't.
solid?
But you see, emblazoned on each of them is a symbol of a different dwarven deity.
Would I, since I know Dwarvish, would I be able to like read that or at least understand?
You would be, you can do, yeah. Yeah, you could read the name. You may not know which god they go to, but you can read the name.
All right. What are they?
Do you go check all 6?
I would like to stay where I'm at in the doorway and
It's
look.
gonna be hard to check all 6 from there.
I have elf eyes, so they're really good.
You might be able to see the first one.
Uh-huh.
The other 5 you wouldn't be able to see.
Okay.
You don't have line of sight on the 3 the 3 eastern in a row, and then the 2 southern on the western side are just too far
Okay.
to focus.
What is the one that I can read?
It's decorated. You see a jeweled dagger of Aberth. I'm sorry, Abathor.
Okay. I will point this out. Do I know anything about Abathor?
You could always ask the brainfish.
You can do that, or you guys can roll
seems-
checks to see if you need a religion check.
Do a religion
gonna-
check.
For me, I think ask the brainfish is probably a better strategy.
I got a 13.
I'll roll it, but it's not going to be good. 13, yeah.
A 13.
religion?
No, that's not enough to pull off the check
Okay.
for religion.
Ask the brainfish. Hey, head
He's
trap.
not. I'm surprised he hasn't said anything this entire time.
He hears your thoughts.
Hmm.
I'm a god. If you guys die in the traps, you deserved it.
Hey, I didn't hear that. Okay,
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear that. I was about to start cutting up potatoes and getting some newspaper ready because we're about to fish and chips this bitch.
If I die with him in my head, it's not like he's trapped inside, right?
Oh no,
can
he may
just-
take your body.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'll make sure to ruin it before he gets his hands on it.
That's right. He seems to think that these are traps. And I'm just going to leave out the other stuff he said.
Well, just about everything here has been a trap.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
if these were like the acid from before? What about the detect magic? You still have that up, right?
Has it been 10 minutes, David?
Probably not.
Okay.
Each each one is glowing with
Okay.
yeah, each one is glowing.
The
transmutation.
How far out is your detect magic?
30 feet.
Okay, so actually, yeah, you get the first one, and then um, yeah, no, you can see the first one. The first one is glowing, and it's breathing evocation, and
Oh.
but the glow isn't coming from the brass dome. It's coming from underneath the brass dome, deep.
Okay.
Well, not deep, deep, but you're picking it up.
Okay.
About 20 feet down.
Okay. I will let everyone know this. So if we don't mess with these, maybe it'll be okay.
The fish,
Yeah.
not the fish, the stone. One of them is the entrance.
Which one?
It's like a shell game. We have to walk down there and look around.
I do not remember.
Oh, all of a sudden now your omnipotence has found a cul-de-sac.
I like how he's a god. He's the holy mackerel. All hail the holy mackerel. Oh, that's funny.
Well, he says one of them's the entrance, but for some reason, all powerful, all knowing, all everything, just can't seem to remember which one.
Well,
Clue is in the
one
alcoves.
we know one
Hmm?
that's evocation. So
Right.
we need to walk around and investigate more, but we don't touch anything.
No, that's fine. I'll put my
Okay.
hands in my pockets.
All right.
I'll put my
Okay.
hands in your pockets too.
Mm.
I'm gonna step into the room so I can start reading the other domes and the magic
Okay.
auras.
You pick up on the wall in the alcoves. You pick illusion magic in the alcoves
Okay.
as well. So we'll say the first one in front of you is A. You picked up evocation. On the one to its east, you pick up another evocation. The symbol on that dome is thermocool, and it's a fiery axe.
Okay.
If you go south of A, you find it decorated with cross axes. Clingadin Silverbeard.
And what's that one? The evocation again?
Evocation is B, with the fire axe, and the one before that was the jeweled dagger on A.
Mhm.
C has the crossed axes, and below that you feel necromantic energy.
Okay.
D, go for it.
Okay. I'm not saying that I vote necromancy right now, but if all of the other ones are different, if they're all evocation except for necromancy, then maybe necromancy is the answer, because evocation is almost exclusively used for boom booms, right? Necromancy has some weird shit it can do, but pretty much everything that evocation could do hurts. So
All right.
this is out of character, by the way. I don't know anything about magic, but I'm telling you, if I get a vote, it's not going to be on one of the evocation ones. Okay. I guess keep walking around and test them.
All right. You go to D, which is east of C, south of B.
Okay.
That one you find a beer stein of Hansith.
And the aura?
I'm trying to. It doesn't say an aura, but what would poison to be under?
Spoiler alert.
Well, David.
I think that's under evocation, right? I don't-
no, that would
hold on.
Under things we do not want to touch.
it'd be
That's where
probably
it's,
either necromancy or aberration.
it's
No,
necromancy. You're
abjure.
right.
Yeah, necromancy. If you go to E, and when you get to E, south of it is an alcove, also with the illusionary detect, but E gives off I wouldn't say that I guess that would be not necromancy, it's not enchantment either.
I don't wanna-
Conjuration.
Okay.
Well, it's almost a mixture of conjuration and necromancy.
It's like a summoned undead.
What was the symbol for that one?
That is the silver ur of Valkuna. And Grave F, the last one, the farthest south and farthest east, is a mountain gemstone of Dumathon. And below it, there is no magic.
Okay.
Guys, I have a theory.
What was the magic for D?
Irrelevant.
necro.
Necro.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
evocation, necromancy, fucking necromancy and conjuration,
Mhm.
which I'm totally not into that.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Like evocation's an explosion. The other one's probably a poison or some undead or something like that. And then the other one could be, I don't know, a fucking aardvark that shoots venom. Not that. Who knows what the fuck's in that thing? But the other one doesn't have any magic in it. So that could just be a hole. Like
Yeah.
crawl down a ladder or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, no magic certainly. And then we've got two alcoves that have an illusionary spell.
Well, there's 5
cast on.
alcoves and they all have illusion. When I'm assuming
All of them
Total,
do?
actually, every alcove does all 6. There's
All
5
6 of them
along
do.
there's 5 along the east wall and 1 along the south.
now here's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm thinking that when you open the thing, lift the dome or whatever on the wrong
Mhm.
one, a thing happens, and then the illusion reveals something in the alcove that corresponds to that
Right.
location.
Seems
Okay.
fair.
Yeah.
So that's why 5 are on one side and 1's on the other side, right? For the illusionary alcoves.
Sure. Could be a red herring, but I'm
It
with
could
you
be
so far.
5 wrong switches and 1 correct switch,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
This is all out of character because whatever, but
It's like Russian roulette, but with alcoves.
do you want to play a quick game here of vote?
I want to first, so the god symbol for the one that has no magic is Dumathon.
Yeah, Dumathon.
Can I roll a religion? Would I know about
yeah.
him?
Go for it.
Okay. 21.
He is the dwarven god of buried secrets.
Okay. Well, I vote for the no magic one.
I second, third, and fourth that. All in favor, say aye.
I
No magic. Aye.
Alrighty. How do you move the bronze dome?
I believe in you, Kavir. I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder. You're so strong.
Oh,
You're
Just wanna
so
tell you both
strong.
Good luck. We're
fuck
all
you
counting
for
on you.
even thinking that's gonna whatever. All right.
And then step back.
All right. I'm gonna put the shield on my back. Then I'm gonna walk over. Does it look like it's just like a cup sitting on top of a flat surface?
Mhm.
Sort of that kind of look.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna knock on it.
It sounds solid, heavy as you knock on it. It's about 5 foot in diameter.
And is it set recessed into the ground, or is it just laid flat on the surface?
Laid flat on the surface.
Okay.
You can either push it or try to pick it up.
I'm
I'll
gonna
hard
pull
to
out
get
my,
It'd be hard
I'll
to
pull
get a
out my
finger under it.
crowbar
Okay.
and see if I can wedge it underneath there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could get under it,
All right.
like using physics to kind of do that. And then
Yeah.
once there's a little bit of space, I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna use my strength check real quick.
All right. As he gets the crowbar underneath, go ahead and give me a strength check with advantage because of the crowbar.
All right, so that's 16. I'll use 16.
All right.
And I'm gonna roll the 4 as well.
Okay. Are you just trying to like flip it up, or are you just trying to like budge it over?
I'm gonna lift it up and I'm gonna drag it off of the.
Okay. You drag the 500-pound bronze dome off of it, revealing a 20-foot deep vertical shaft.
Heyo.
That's
Roll
dark
for
at the bottom.
hernia.
Except
Hey,
for
everyone, look at my vertical shaft. I found that. That's mine.
And I helped.
and we're
You see,
back
I
to
left
the
it-
shafts.
I lifted 500 pounds, and everyone wants the vertical shaft now.
At least there's no dwarven miners down the shaft.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. You know what? You know what feels great? Being the strong guy, right? Feels good
Yes.
once in a while, just being able to lift a thing that's heavy, and not having to be like, "Hey, if I put this in my bag, am I gonna be like fucking dead from?"
I mean, shit, dude, in Ravenloft, we had to rely on Adri kicking every door down.
Yeah, I remember
Eye
she kicked the
openers.
door down one time and it shattered right off the hinges, and then she shouted
Left
into a room.
fucking note.
She shouted into a room that was clearly disheveled and like fucking shit everywhere. She was like,
Oh.
"Sorry." I was like,
That
"Are
was
you
the-
fucking?"
That was the
Kidding me?
first door. That was the first door. And I left a note and I was like, so sorry. And then I never
Yeah.
came back.
That leaving the note thing fell away real quick. That guilt went away.
Got one for you, Ray. At a party, they were breaking into a Temple of Bane, doing a full assault on it.
Uh-huh.
And they got down into the lower section in their kind of holy of holy room. And homeboy thought he was big bad, busts through the damn door and runs right into the high priest of the Temple of Bane, the high cleric, drops him with one harm spell.
Oh no.
And the party had no idea. They just, because he went rushing in, went down, ran through the whole thing, just went right through the thing, ran it into the high cleric and his pet beholder, and got dropped with a harm spell. And the whole party's like, "Where'd he go?" I'm just sitting there like,
I almost got
No,
eaten
you-
by a plant once for charging a guy, and I charged an enemy and fell into a trapdoor, and it took me straight down. It was in in Pathfinder, the house that tries to kill you, the
Ooh.
one outside of Standpoint,
okay,
the murder house, the haunt. It has all the haunts in it. And I fell through the floor, and it took me straight down to a basement where they had this giant meat eating plant, like this sort of like a pitcher plant or whatever, and I fell into the center of it, and it was slowly digesting me, and I had to fight from inside the plant. I was very hesitant to charge anything at all.
Right.
That
Right.
house sucked. To this day, the worst place I've ever been in Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, any RPG, has been that fucking house. Fuck that house. We burnt that shit down, and we sat there and we watched it burn because we were so excited that it was gone.
That sounds like a challenge for a return to Nope House, David.
I know.
That is
I think
way
I'm
worse.
accepting that.
Way worse than Nope House. No disrespect.
No.
I literally got fucking haunted, thought that I was this guy's dead wife for a minute, and then threw myself
Yes.
off of the fucking window.
Oh,
The house is on a cliff that goes down to this rocky water, and I fucking literally threw myself out of the window to kill myself. And then as soon as I left the house, the haunt stopped. So then I had to try to catch myself. And I
Oof.
did. And I fell off one roof, hit a second roof, and impaled myself with a weather vane through the leg
Oh God.
or through the shoulder, and hung there off the building, unable to move, while my friends had to come rescue me with a chain. A friend of ours thought he was a piano player, broke the leg off of the piano, and tried to stab himself in the esophagus with it.
Ooh.
Auto kill, coup de grace. Fucking
I have
with
a
splintered
question.
piece of leg wood.
Ugh.
Fuck that house.
What
Ugh.
direction was the wind blowing?
It was blowing right up my ass, is what it was. That place
That-
sucks so bad. The whole time we were there, every time we opened a door, there was like a wave of real life panic attack. Like, I've been playing this character for 8 levels. I'm going to die in this house for sure. Anybody at any moment could be killed. This house sucks.
Wow.
In my Icewind Dale game, the players started like basically they found a castle that was full of cultists, and they knew something weird was going on, but they got there and basically they'd met an NPC, and she was like, my son was acting really weird, and then these people came and they said they were taking him to the castle, so if you find him, like, please bring him home. And so they got there and they found the son, but he was like part of this cult now. And they were like, okay, he's an NPC, we're just gonna like bonk him in the head and then we're gonna take him home to his mom. Except that like this cultist dude and his cultist friend both knew inflict wounds, and then like combat started, and then one of the cults, and then he like critted inflict wounds, which was like 4d8, and they could do they could do 2 attacks.
Oh,
And
God.
so they like almost dropped the Goliath fighter, and that was the start of combat, and they still had like the whole castle to go through. All
Alrighty.
right.
So now you guys have a 20-foot shaft.
Well, thank you for someone acknowledging it finally.
Nice.
Ladies,
Is there a ladder, or is it just
No ladder.
oh, there's no after this.
But with
Former of the ladder?
with your vision, the goggles of darkness and the vision, they can see down and see 4 coffins at the bottom.
At the bottom of the
20-foot shaft.
Does it at the bottom, is there like a hallway or a door or anything?
You can't see that far around the bottom of it. You just get from the shaft. You can definitely tell the bottom is wider than the shaft.
all right, I'm going down. I'm gonna hang the lantern.
Don't worry, they're not amber this time, Rachel.
That's what I was thinking. I was
I
like,
could use
oh,
a bump
no.
to my intelligence score.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I relived some memories after last time you guys threw Rachel down a dark hallway to the
They didn't-
coffins.
they didn't throw me to, like,
But
Adrian
Yeah.
volunteered to climb down there and see what was there.
I'll go down this time. I got a lot of hit points, and I'm sturdy. This is my job, just like
Okay.
it was yours last time.
All right.
Okay.
Shield on the back,
Well-
lantern in hand.
May
are we
just
tying a rope to you?
pat you on
Why?
the shoulder.
It's a ladder, right?
No
No.
ladder.
Oh,
If you want to jump
then-
down 20 feet,
well
go
then
for it.
fuck
but-
that. Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah.
tie a rope to me, and also I'm gonna put the shield in my hand for sure.
yeah. I'll get my 50 feet of rope out.
All right.
Are you guys gonna be able to lift me? You guys should be able to lift me.
Oh
Between
yeah,
the
give me
two
two
of
strength
us.
checks.
Oh fuck, you guys! You better start guidance in the shit out of you guys.
I mean, technically, they asked for a DC 12 strength check to move a 500-pound bronze dome. So I'm pretty sure between the two of them, they hit a DC 12. We'll be okay.
Okay, I just don't
Okay.
want to have them.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. Nope, says the rogue. And
Rachel,
Adrian's
please
not
help.
looking even better.
To be
Please
fair, I rolled an 11, so it's close.
Okay.
But-
Is this
But
like
you-
combined?
But you had guidance.
oh, do I?
That's
She
what
can only
I was
focus- she can only
saying
focus
before.
on one
No,
of you at once.
Guidance, yeah, guidance is a concentration, so I can only put it on one person.
I'll put it on one of you guys then. Don't put it on me. I'm going down there. I need to get down there. All right.
He's going down the hole.
Yeah.
I got a
I'm sorry.
19.
I heard.
Okay.
All right,
That
they're able to
mechanical
hold
armor
you.
suit.
Right? She Iron Man's up. You hear the servos
That's what it
going.
is. Everything like
Yeah.
locks into place on my armor.
Steampunk.
Right? Fucking steam coming out the sides and just locks in and you down.
All right.
I've got like some sort of like counter something that's like pushing me back so that way I stay like in place.
I'm gonna since I'm not having to climb anything, I'm gonna hang the lantern on the front of the shield like normal and be ready with fuck, I'll just use the warhammer since it's easy.
All right. As you get lowered down, you see about a 15-foot circle around you and 4 coffins.
Okay.
You also catch a little bit of light coming from one of the walls, almost like an outline.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna do a quick walk around and see if what's on the you said that there was a light.
yeah, against one of the southern wall of the.
Okay. I'm gonna do a walk around. I'm gonna not go to the light right away. I'm gonna go to the others. I'm gonna use the lantern to illuminate the parts that aren't illuminated.
Do you open up the coffins at all?
I'm not opening the coffins, David. I want you to listen very carefully to what I said. I said I'm going to walk around the outside. I'm going to be searching for things. Now, if there's a hole, don't assume I walk over that. Just assume that we're going to stop there and we're going to ask some questions. If there's a spike or an animal or a beast or any type of weird thing, I want to be notified before I continue my walk. That is what I want. I want to walk slowly around the outside of it. If something surprising should happen, I would like to hear a description of that before I decide to continue walking. That is as detailed as I could be about what I'm doing in this dark room.
Here's
Okay.
Crystal.
I want to make sure that there's no misunderstanding. This is like, the monkey palm where like the finger goes down and then all of a sudden he makes you a sandwich. I want to be very clear about what's happening right now. T-Walk is laughing his ass off because, okay.
All right. So from the top, you guys see down the hole, this lantern just slowly, like a snail, moving around the room. And you find nothing out of the ordinary, just solid floor, a lot of dust, 4 coffins, and a slight outline where you can see almost a glow in one of the walls of the shape of a door.
Okay. I'm going to kind of whisper shout. Does that make sense? Hey,
Hey,
there's a door down here.
What else?
Some dead bodies. Looks like, I don't know, 4 of them.
is there any writing on the door?
Yeah, let me just go ahead and talk that up to you. The fuck is that going to help?
I'm sending down a piece of paper and a crayon.
Make
Just rub it across.
Then form into a paper airplane. I don't know what an airplane
Throw it
is, but then throw it back up.
Just ball it up, throw it back up the hole.
Use the paper to form a geometric shape that'll allow flight.
Form some sort of rudimentary lathe.
Form Captain Planet.
What is Grimrack?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Oh, too bad you guys don't have a magical paper bird.
Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty dope. Do we have a magical paper bird? Is that
No,
what you were saying? Okay.
you could have bought one in one of the shops.
well, it
Yeah.
sounds like
I was too
sounds
busy
like
buying
Miss
tables
Adri's-
for people to die on.
Yeah, sounds like Miss Adri can hold this rope, but I mean, she's the one that probably needs to go down. You can step out of your armor, right?
Yeah.
Does
Will it
that
hold
mean
the
that
rope?
your armor will continue to hold the rope?
I don't know.
David?
You said
You
there were
find out.
pillars, right? There were pillars, right?
Yeah, there are pillars.
Okay, I think we should tie the rope around one of the pillars.
Oh, I wanted to see if the armor held.
I just
Well-
wanted to think about once she climbs down here, she's going to have to go into that door eventually. Her armor is going to be up there. And I'm just thinking, can I heal that? I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't know.
I mean, if you want to hold on to the rope, I can step out of my armor just to test to see, like, in case in the future we need to do this, we know whether or not it
Okay.
works.
All right.
Okay.
I can do that.
All right. Then I will, while Rain is holding onto the rope and while Kavir is not, like, hanging off of the rope, I will use my action to, like, open up my armor and step out of it.
All right.
Well, hold on 1 second. We're not necessarily trying to test whether or not the armor can hold on to the rope. We're trying to determine whether it can hold on to some weight. So perhaps Mr. Kavir should be hanging on to the rope when we
Okay.
do this.
Well, then will you be able to hold on to it if my armor can't?
Well, I mean, he's just going to put his weight on it down at the floor. So, I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen is that the rope's just going to snap loose and he's going to fall back on his feet.
Well, I mean, why don't I
Guys,
step out of
I'm
it?
still down here with bodies. Just figure it the fuck out.
Look, no, I step out of it now, and then he just, like, grabs the rope and kind of, like, just gives it, like, a test pull to see if it stays.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, it comes down and hits me like I'm one of the bad guys from Home Alone.
Well, don't, like, don't yank on it. Just
Give me a strength check on the rope to see how strong you pull it.
Who, me?
Well, whoever's going to pull the rope.
Okay,
That's
fine.
probably me.
I have to go down there for my armor.
That's an 8. 8. I didn't pull very hard.
No, I mean, you
I
see the
rolled a
pull.
13.
Ooh.
Ooh, that changes everything.
Jesus, I think I just got him aroused. Oh no.
Tell me again about the 13.
Tell me how hard you pulled it down the shaft. You're able to get the armor to it inches a little bit, but not hard.
Mm,
Not a good sign.
yeah, I don't think we can. I'm gonna step back into my armor.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and tie the rope to the nearest pillar.
All right, give me a survival check. For your knot.
So what I do is I just take the end of the rope and I wrap it around the pillar several times. And then I walk away.
Oh no.
Oh Lord, how okay. No. That's too fucked to have your roll a confidence check.
I roll
No, you don't
a-
roll a confidence check, but I mean, he
Yeah.
did. That's how the skill works.
Oh
right?
yeah, no,
thought,
that's it. Yeah, he thought he tied it great.
he thought he
Yeah.
tied it. If Rachel
right.
does not think to check the rope before, then that's on them.
Why would I?
That's
Yeah,
that's why my
that's the problem.
sister is the seafaring one, and I'm the political one.
I love the way that this worked. This is exactly how, in my opinion, D&D should work. Everyone should assume that their skills are top tier
Mhm.
all the time, and then you'll find out.
Rain seemed very confident that he was gonna tie off this rope. So why would I double check him?
I don't know. Anytime I ever have climbed or descended a rope in real life, I have tugged that bitch a few times just to see. You know, even if I did the knot, even if,
Oh,
you know, I always do that.
thank you, Dice Gods.
Even in gym class where I've seen 30 people climb the rope, I still tug the rope. Right? Give it the old Quasimodo try. Just ding dong, you know what I mean? Just try it out. All right.
All right.
Well, this will be fun.
Well,
who starts down the hole first?
it's probably gonna be me.
Excellent.
Okay.
Fly, ducky, fly. Oh, I got to make fun of you, Rachel. I thought of something really funny to say to you the other day,
Uh-huh.
but I wasn't, you weren't there to say it. So
Oh.
here we go. All right.
Okay. All right.
The reason they call you Ducky
Uh-huh.
isn't because you're like the animal. It's because you're so short that it looks like you're ducking. I did that because I was trying to evade spider webs, and I thought I was like, I'm just gonna duck walk, and I was like, duck walk. Oh my god, how have I not thought to make this joke before?
All right.
All
so
right.
initially, as you get your footing,
Mhm.
It feels taut. It
Yep.
feels solid.
Yep. I'm just
Might
gonna
just be it.
look over my abilities real quick.
Do you have one called "Don't Fall on Head"? Or how about healer has no magic, so don't overextend?
Can I somehow deceive the rope into thinking that it really is tied? Can
This
I
would actually
persuade
be-
it not to slip around the column? Because otherwise I can't do fuck all.
This was actually a second edition argument that people had about illusion, and this is like an old D&D thing. There was a literal fucking hardcore argument going on about believability and tangibility, right?
Mhm.
So like if you were to create an illusionary rope that would continue down a thing, could you climb down it if you fell for the fact that it was real? Like a bridge over a river, could you walk over it if you did not know it was fake and believed it was fake or believed it was real? And the reason is because there was a system shock rule back in second edition where if like you made a roof cave in, people could actually be afraid enough that they would go into system shock. They'd think they were about to get crushed, their body would go into turmoil, and then they could literally take damage from the cave in of the roof. So the logical connection then was that illusions, if believed, become tangible, right? So could you walk on a bridge that was illusionary if you believed it? Because it is magic, so we don't know the nature of illusion. There is an actual argument there about how illusions work. Because magic changes the fabric of reality all the time. So is that anyway? It's just a second edition thing. All right. Let's see if D-Walk's audio is back.
The more you know.
Yeah, that's a real thing. People used to argue that shit like all the time. I bet there's still 2 70-year-olds bitching about it. Somewhere.
I remember that coming up on GG a few times.
It's crazy.
So, all right.
I'm curious. What do you guys think? I just want to know what kind of people I'm working with here.
All right. On which side of the illusion tangible thing it is?
Yeah. What do you think? We'll use the one they always use is a bridge over a river, illusionary bridge. Everyone just walks up on it, fails the perception or the check to determine that it's fake. Can you walk over the bridge? Yes.
I would go back to the old school fantasy movies where they would have to have they'd have to believe the invisibility magic was there, and they walked across it if they had the faith in the magic.
Right, but that is a tangible bridge that's made invisible. This is the opposite. It's a non-real bridge that appears.
Well, no, actually, no. There's no. It was actually I think it was in the that last troll movie with Disney with the two troll brothers, where he had to believe in the power of his own spell to actually cross the bridge. Because if he didn't believe it, the spell failed and he fell. So he actually had to believe it as he crossed it.
So what do you think? Can you walk across the illusionary bridge if you believe that it's a real bridge? This is good, right? This is the kind of
problem
shit
is
potheads used to talk about.
As a player, I would like to believe it. As a DM, I prefer the pitfall trap that you fell for my trap of the illusionary bridge.
Right. Yeah. So okay.
So I'm torn as a player and DM in this situation.
That's
as a DM, I would personally.
Yeah. Generally, the line that it goes down. Yeah. Rachel, I kind of have a suspicion how she's going to go on this.
As a person who has DM brain, I would kind of have to argue that it wouldn't work like that because an illusion isn't going to make something like physical.
But if it was like a conjuration, then the bridge would be real. So it's not that magic can't make solid material, right? So if that's the hang up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
There's a spell kind of like that in Vampire the Masquerade.
Was it Ravnos?
I can't remember. Well, it was something that my Malkavian was going to be able. Right? Yeah. I was playing a Malkavian and I saw this high level spell where basically you could trick someone into believing something or make them like forget something. And I had this plan, if my Malkavian got high enough level, she was going to cast it on herself so that she didn't believe that the sun was there anymore, which meant she could go outside, because the way the spell was worded was that it would work like that, where if she didn't believe that the sun was there, then the sun wouldn't affect her while the spell was in effect.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there a D&D there's a nightmare spell, or that the nightmare isn't real, but it can, if you believe it, it can kill you.
That's right.
Oh,
That's the same concept as
So
what
that
I'm talking about.
that would be the same concept bridge. If
Right.
you believe
Like
the nightmare spell can kill you, then
Right.
But that's not the nightmare thing killing you. That's like your body going into shock and you having
That's
like a
true.
heart attack or something.
That's right. That's where the breakdown is for everyone. That's, you guys are literally walking the same path, right? The system shock rules from the roof collapse illusion that people always quote is that your body reacts to the idea of damage incoming, and that's what hurts you, not the actual tangible rocks. But then there's also the people that claim that, like, conjuration, if you conjured a giant rock from magic, it would hit you. And so there's arguments both ways for whether or not this bridge would work. I'm just curious. Yeah, I like the nuts and bolts of it. Nate, where does your go-to? What do you think?
If I walk up, if I see a bridge that is an illusion, and I don't know that it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know that it's illusion. I just walk up and I see, oh, it's a bridge, and I'm going to walk across a bridge. It's not a physical conjuration. It's like a mirage. If I see a mirage in the desert and I go running towards it, eventually one of two things are going. I mean, my brain will eventually snap to, or I'm just going to run straight through it. And then, I don't see there being a connection between what my brain is being told and how that relates back to my feet actually touching something solid.
And here's the other argument, right? Is that the nature of illusion magic is what's in question here, right? Does the illusion magic, is it a conjuration that has full range, but then the major drawback is if you disbelieve in the conjuration, it doesn't affect anything? Or is it always phantasmagorical and illusory and nothingness, right? So, like, is it conjuration where if you disbelieve it, it goes away, like the bridge, like what he was talking about earlier from the movie? Or is it like Mysterio, who creates a fucking, a visual? That's where
part of that conversation comes back to also the schools of magic, right? Because there's conjuration and illusionary are separate schools, which is why they keep them separate.
That's true.
So
that's a good argument.
No, I actually enjoyed this. No, we should actually set time apart to do stuff like this and take questions like this, where the four of us pick it apart from different angles.
I like this. I'm glad that anyway, you can leave it in there and take it out or whatever, but I like it. I like these types of things. That argument, though, has been going on for a really long time, for generations of D&D players, and different groups have different DMs and have different perceptions of how the spells work. And that's why this game is so much fun, because sometimes you don't know which one you're getting until the DM rules on it, and you're like, oh fuck, you're one of those guys.
Well, the part I liked about Diesel on this one is he played devil's advocate the whole way through. It wasn't that he was playing to one side or the other. He just kept bringing the counter argument.
My perception is you fall through the fucking bridge. But but the truth of it is that one of the strongest arguments I'd heard is I'd never considered that it could be like a conjuration spell, where that it was real, and that the difference between the two schools was one is more isolated in its creation. Like it knows 5 things and it can make them very well and very like tangible. While illusion is more kind of free form. It can kind of make whatever it wants from moment to moment, but there are flaws in its description, flaws in the way it's displayed, and so it gives people a chance to disregard the magic. Like it's almost like a built-in personal counterspell because of how varied the abilities are. So I mean, that argument, when it was told to me the first time, I was like, that's worth having the discussion.
Yeah, that's an interesting like angle to to consider.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, it also goes back to the old minor illusion, major illusion spells and how they're worded.
Right.
Because where one of them is just simple and like imagery, the other one actually gives off smell, sound, and whatnot. So
Right. So the scalability of it means that it's more locked in with the varied nature, which is
Mhm.
lends itself more credence to the ability that it's almost like conjuration.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah.
So about this rope, who's gonna fall?
Me.
Well, yeah. She feels the rope begin to slide and it goes. Now the question is, does Rain, as a reaction, try to grab the rope and try to break it, break her fall, or is he just gonna like sit there like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit?
No, as I realize that the rope's starting to slip and you know, I see that trail of smoke start to form as it starts pulling itself around the. I mean, I'm going to attempt to grab it. Now, whether or not I'm going to be successful is a completely different
Okay.
story.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check with a sleight of hand to see if you can first at least grab the rope and hold it, and then we'll do a strength check or an athletics if you want to see if you can brace it.
Okay. Well, sleight of hand.
Rachel's expression was very
Right.
funny there because at the beginning there was a little hiccup, but she got through it. She was like, "Oh, it's okay. It's straightened out." Okay.
Yeah, sleight of hand and athletics, I actually am somewhat decent at. So let's see what happens first. Here's the sleight of hand roll.
All right.
A 3, a 1, a 2, a 3. A 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the 1. I ain't never made it without biting.
You try to grab the rope,
I-
but it burns right through your hands and slips, and you got to let it go.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 plus 3. That's a total of 4.
So, Kavir, as you're checking out this kind of glow behind you, you hear a smash.
Wait. I got a reaction to that. She's falling
Okay.
20 feet, right?
I would at least like
Okay, if she
cry
yells,
out or
yeah,
something.
you hear her cry, and you see the rope coming, and you see her coming fast.
And be like, Rain!
Reaction. What do I have to roll in order to run over and catch her?
Athletics, which I think you have a soldier background, so you
Yeah,
actually
no,
should
no.
have it.
Yeah, I have it. I have a +6 to it, actually. Right on. 21.
Oh, you catch her solid.
Hey,
Armored armor.
Hi.
I'm going to set her down and be like, you might want to tie that rope off again, buddy.
The rope's with her now, all the way down there.
Sorry.
Rain, I thought you tied this.
I thought I did too.
All right, hang on. I'm going to take the rope. I'm going to roll it up. I'm going to throw it back up to him.
All
Try
right.
again.
Did I get the rope?
Yes, you get the rope.
Okay.
It comes out
All right.
firing pretty quick, I would imagine.
I will attempt to tie the rope again.
All right, give me another survival.
I'm going to look at Adrian and be like, we might have to put him in a home soon. I hate to be that guy, but it's just he's
18.
a danger to himself. And others.
All righty. Just think of what Victor's going to do to that old guy when he gets him. Yes.
I love how he tied it off when he has to go down.
I know, right?
Tied perfect.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Well, this time I'm really, really sure. Okay.
so
I screwed up the first time. I'm going to make sure I do it right the second time.
Just believe in it. Just believe in the rope.
I'm going to believe in the knot. Yes.
right. He climbs down with ease. Perfectly.
Wow. Looked really, really solid there.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. That was on me. I thought I had it. That's my bad.
All righty.
Well,
But you look okay.
thanks.
Yeah.
I didn't hear any
appreciate it.
loud clank, so I assume.
Oh, you still heard a loud clank.
Oh no,
Well,
there was
It
definitely
was
armor hitting.
metal on metal. It was not metal on concrete.
It was metal.
It was metal on metal. All right. I'm gonna point over there. I'm like, there's a door over that way, and then they got these dead guys here. I think I haven't looked in there. I'm afraid. I don't afraid to mess around with too much stuff in here.
Mhm.
Historically speaking, hasn't been good when we meddled. We try not to meddle.
All right. Well, do you want to open the door?
Yep. I guess.
I'm gonna walk up, tap him. I'm gonna run to the other side of the.
Yep. Believe in you. Thanks for catching me.
Not a problem. All right, door. Open the door, shield down. Same
All right.
system.
Alrighty. This is where the fun starts.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Second verse, same as the first.
1,000 spiders. Like,
As
I've
you
never
op-
fought a spider before.
As you open the door, the room is brightly lit by a continued flame spell cast on all the torches in the walls. You see the reflection off the gold in the room. As you peer into this chamber, you see a massive pile of gold.
No.
You hear something muttering inside the room, a voice.
Who
Not
goes
the one
there?
in my head.
Definitely not the one in your head.
Okay, good. I think.
Pack, rack, tittle tack, give a dwarf a light. This'll forge is my life.
Should be another stanza. It's off balance the way it's told now.
I'm not in a meme. I can't write that shit right.
Who is it?
He doesn't answer. You just hear the voice again.
But we don't see anyone.
The chamber, you see part of the chamber, you see the chamber extends on further past where you guys can see.
Am I hearing it in my head or is it?
No, it's coming from the room.
All right, I'm gonna walk into the room then. I'm not going to touch the damn treasure.
You see the one big pile of treasure, and then you see in the other part of the room a massive pile of gemstones. And in the corner, you see an aged dwarf on the floor, like just kind of rocking back and forth, clutching a staff carved, painted to resemble a pair of entwined dragon wings, one red, one gold.
Okay, I'm going to rush over to him. Is he all right?
He kind of sounds and seems a little crazy.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna rush up, but I'm not going to get like within grab range.
Okay.
And I'm like, sir, how long have you been down here?
He shakes and looks up.
Do you need help?
Who are you?
I'm Kavir the Raven.
He turns the staff around and pokes you with the bottom of it. You're real.
I'm real. Yeah.
You're not a bird.
I'm not a bird. No, that was the nickname.
You are the raven. He looks
Nickname.
past you both.
And that's the robot and the beverage. He's a liquid, I think. I don't know the rules.
You're not supposed to be here. I was told to guard here. The gold is under protection.
We're trying to help it. We're trying to save this from falling into the wrong hands.
No.
Yes.
The only hands is left. The only hands that left me. He has not come back. Are the walls getting tighter?
No, the walls are fine. Do you need something to drink or do you need food?
I have food. I have food left over. He points at the gemstones. Food is here.
Right. Well, maybe something a little more, I don't know, flavorful. How long have you been here?
Since he locked the door.
You don't keep a calendar or
Who locked the door?
November. Can never say his name right.
Neverember?
Yes. Lord Neverember. Lock the door. He left me here.
What is your name?
Oh. Orinax.
Orinax. I'm gonna look back and I'm like, Orinax? Question mark?
Is it a name that I would know?
Go ahead and give me a history.
21.
It's not a dwarvish name.
He's a dwarf.
That name has draconic origin.
Mr. Kavir, could you step back over just to
Yeah,
come over
hold
here
on.
for just 1 second.
Just take it easy, all right, man.
Just yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
set.
I hand
Are
him
you-
one of my water skiing to see if he wants something to drink.
He shakes his head at it.
This guy's got been down here forever. This place has been locked up.
Yeah, well,
How is he
I
still
got
alive?
news. I got news for you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if he's what he seems to be. That name is not dwarvish.
Right.
It's draconic.
You think maybe he's a dragon?
Big piles of gold, something, a hoard.
Maybe he
something
just worked.
sta-
Maybe he worked for a dragon. Maybe they gave him the name.
I'm just saying, I don't, something's not adding up here.
Well,
Quite
it fits the
right.
staff. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, AG?
The staff is mine.
On you?
Um,
Not talking about the staff. You don't want it. It's yours. It's fine, man. We're just trying to take care of you.
Yeah, we don't
Make
need
sure
your
you're
staff.
okay.
We have our own shaft back there. It's much larger and much more impressive.
He scratches
Um,
his head with the staff.
he doesn't seem stable.
You think you could knock out a ritual?
And I'll need 10 minutes.
I think we've got 10. He's been down here a lot longer than that.
Okay.
Let me just check him out to make sure he's okay
All right.
while you do that.
Sure.
Rain, you want to maybe lend me some aid here for a minute?
Yeah. I'll help you out.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna.
Oh,
ahead.
I'm gonna start my detect magic ritual casting, but it's gonna take 10 minutes, David.
So,
right.
Ormax?
Yeah. Do you mind if I call you Mr. O? It's just easier for me.
Mr. A.
Mr. A. Okay. Right on. I didn't have it written down. Do you mind if I just check you out to make sure you're okay? I'm gonna set my shield down.
I'm not used to being touched. Stay back.
I'm not gonna touch you. I just want to get a look at you. Just make sure that you're okay. You've been down here a long time. If you're gonna keep doing your job, right? You want to protect this place, then you have to be in good shape, right? Because
left
how
me
are
to
you gonna
protect.
protect it if you're sick?
Give me a charisma check or persuasion.
Oh, let's see what we got here. Oh, I am dapper as fuck though, for real. You just want charisma or you want
I'll go persuasion.
fuck yeah, 21. Eat it.
Fine.
Eat it, bitch. I'm persuasive.
Fine, you can look at me.
All right, do you mind tilting your head up for a minute just so I can get a look at the
He tilts up his head. His
bone structure looks normal. He looks like a dwarf, right?
mm-hmm.
How's his build?
Stout.
Emaciated? Oh, he looks like a he doesn't look weakened.
No.
So that lends itself to the fact that he might not be someone down here this much eating gemstones. You know those put on the weight. Come on now. All right. Do you mind can you stand up for me?
He looks at you. He kind of eyes you up and down and stands up out of his spot.
Do you use the staff to lean your weight on, or do you just is it just like a heirloom?
No, he's clutching it more like an heirloom. It's not a for weight.
How old are you?
He kind of thinks back for a second. What year is it?
I tell him.
Couple thousand.
Wow, you look great for 1,000. Couple thousand.
No
You look a
kidding.
day over 1,600. How How about this? You do me a favor. Can you tell me a little about your family background? You're dwarven.
He just smiles at you and he blinks gold in the eyes.
Oh, I sorry, I didn't mean any disrespect or anything like that. I see that you're of an older type.
He's like, "Do you hear it?
Hear
The sound of the master not coming back."
the sound of him not doing something? No, I don't hear that.
He's not. Why are you here? Where is he?
I don't know him. I was just sent here because some people were trying to get in here, and we would much.
Who's
prefer
trying to
not-
get in here?
Calm down, relax, just stay calm. All right, high heart rate doesn't help anybody. Not in this situation. It's best to stay calm.
Who's trying to take the master's gold?
You ever heard of a mind flayer?
You hear a growl come out of his mouth that does not match his size.
Well, we've been fighting him for quite a time. And he has plans of coming down here. We wanted to maybe make it so that didn't happen. But before, we wanted to make sure there wasn't anything down here that someone else might get their hands on that could be dangerous. We wanted to make sure that this doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
He looks down at the staff in his hands and looks back up to you guys.
So I take it that's important.
It's mine.
No one wants to take it from you. All right. Nobody wants to cause any problems here. We're on your side. All right. You want to protect the treasure. We want to protect the treasure. How do we do that?
You seal yourselves in with me.
That's not a good option for me. I got a thing on Thursday. It's like a real thing. I can't miss it. I've missed it twice already, and the guy's getting a little antsy about it. It's like, hey, why don't we ever hang anymore? And you're just like, I got to be there. It's like rude once or twice. Third time's just straight up a dick.
Understood.
I get it. My sister's been on me about going to this apple farm or whatever, and I can't hang, but I have to do it eventually.
You begin speaking in Draconic loudly. You hear doors begin to close
Hey,
from up above.
Oh no.
how can we help protect this?
By keeping the secret like I do.
Isn't there a better way to do this? A more effective way? One that'll be future proof. Wouldn't you like to not be in here?
Give me another perception, or give me another charisma check.
9.
He's like, you're trying to talk me out of your
Oh,
seat.
wait.
and
No,
steal-
no. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. 12.
His tone changes. You're trying to talk me out of here to take the treasure.
Absolutely not. Not what I'm trying to do. I don't even want that thing. Look at me. Look at what I'm carrying. Right? Does it look like I'm into that kind of artillery? Not me, baby.
Humans are born of greed.
Some of them. Yeah,
Plus, you're tainted.
I am tainted.
And the taint in you is full of greed.
Well, if you ask him, he would probably say that what he did for me is a bad decision. He's not really getting his, bang for his buck.
They always
ahead.
get the bang for their buck.
Not this one.
He looks at the other one. You have the stone.
I do. And I have it under the authority of someone associated with the treasure you're guarding. Not your master, but his son.
The child Rainier.
That's correct.
How is the lad?
Oh,
Lady?
precocious, He's alive and well and sends his regards, I'm sure. if he knew you were down here. As far as your master, though, I don't know if he's coming back.
Then the gold will not leave.
Well, there's somebody trying to take it by force, as my colleague here said. And I don't know if you or alone would be able to stop what's coming. That's why we're here.
It's a bit overwhelming. It's not a straight up force battle. Do you understand? It's a deceptive battle.
Adrian, your ritual completes.
Okay.
When you see glowing the staff majorly, the dwarf is glowing, and then your two compatriots.
Okay. Can I tell what type of aura the staff is?
It's bonermancy. Sorry, you can clip that. This is the weirdest checkup I've ever given to anyone, by the way. Hey, man, look, you want to eat rocks? I'm all here for it.
It's more like therapy as opposed to
Yeah.
physical medicine.
With the powers listed on it, the best school I can describe as enchantment.
Okay.
So if I'm noticing correctly, and I just want to clarify, I do not want your staff. I'm seeing that there's gold on the staff as well as red. Is the red what you were protecting it from?
Protecting it from all.
Fair.
All dragons have greed.
You're a dragon, right?
He begins to move and his shoulders begin to move and he shifts. And now the staff drops to the floor underneath him.
I'm going to step away from it. I don't want anything to do with that staff.
And you
right now.
see yourselves with an adult gold dragon in the room, which takes up a good quarter of the room. And his voice now booms. Since the masks are down.
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. If you would like to support us, please check out our Patreon. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. We have different things there. Character journals, art, bloopers, stuff like that.
Our cast includes me as Dr. Kavir the Raven, Rachel as Adri the Highborn Artificer, Nate as Rain Trichet, Dockside Officiant, and of course, D-Walk as Dr. Midnight, and everybody else in the game. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist, and we don't invoice in this group. We'll be back next week with more episodes, so stay tuned.
All right.
Maybe if I had my ballistic butt wipes. I'm sorry, ballistic butt wipes is that
Or
just
tactical.
Tactical taint scrub. It's a pumice stone.
Ew.
It's just a pumice stone for your grundle.
Oh no.
And you just spit on it like you're sharpening a knife.
No.
Yeah, like you're in Rambo. Right?
All right.
That's-
I'm ending this recording. Ugh.